Welcome to YLL. It's your girl Jazz Young,
And it's your boy Nelly Nails.
and we're back with another one. Welcome back.
Hey y'all.
Because you've been gone. You left us hanging here.
I was just. When's the last time I was on here?
I don't
Before
know.
Christmas?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you was away,
Yeah.
which was another hiccup.
No, it was not. You decided to double book yourself on days that we were supposed to be working.
And then you also just like to just go places and get up and move and shuck
you-
and jive.
You and these lies. But we're back and it's feeling good. How are you doing? What you been up to?
Good. Okay, so since Christmas was great. Boom, boom, boom. My daughter Minnie, she got a lot of stuff. She got a lot of clothes and things. I got a lot of money. Bless God. All that went to bills. New Year's was great. What did I do New Year's? Oh yeah, I went to New Year's. I did it. My cousin had like a little function. It was really cute. Other than that, then started school again semester. So wow, a lot has happened. Well, I started dry January, so I'm not drinking the whole month of January.
You're on that dry January stuff like the other
On
people.
accident though, for real. Like I never really set out to do it. It just kind of like happened.
So then why are you leaving it as dry January?
Because now I'm like, oh, okay, I'm about to be a part of this. Yeah.
You just want to be part of
Yeah.
stuff.
So,
Okay.
and I never, and you know what's so crazy? This is going to sound a little crazy. I can't remember a time where I went, this is what really made me do it. I can't remember a time where I went a whole 30 days without drinking since I started drinking at like 15.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Or like maybe drinking or doing like other, like I just have never, I don't think I've ever been sober for a whole 30 days since I started jumping out there, which sounds crazy, which I was like, I need to see if I can do it, number one, because I didn't even realize that it was like a thing. Like I didn't even realize that about myself. So yeah, so I'm like, I need to do that.
Sober life is fun while at the same time,
It's
it's not even like a struggle of being
Yeah.
sober. It's like the fact that it's just like, hey, you just be chilling. You be like, dang, I would like a glass of wine, but then you're just like, oh, but I'm living this sober life. So shout out to people that are just sober who don't drink. Like,
And when I say like, it could be like, even like a glass of wine or something like that. That's what I mean. Like I don't mean like I was all the way there really, getting crazy every week. But even just a wine, just because I would have like wine when I got off, work on the weekends or just nothing crazy. But I just don't remember a time where that has happened. And then like you gotta think you in high school turning up, boom, boom, boom. And then you go to college turning up, boom, boom, boom. Then your early adulthood turning up, boom, boom, boom. Like it's like really like not a time to, it's just I don't know. I lived a rock star life. So now I've been doing dry January. Other than that, that's pretty much it. How about you?
I'm alive. I'm alive and well.
Clearly, thank you.
I
God.
did start school back up this week, so that's why y'all only getting really Culture Friday from me this week. I started back up to school. I haven't been in school since I want to say like December 7th, like early December. I believe December 7th was the last day I had to turn in something. So, I've just been out of school. So now I'm just back. This is our first week back, trying to get the flow of things, trying to get back into things. But I'm all right, man. Just enjoying the beginning of the year. I think everybody kind of like starts the year with all this. This is what I'm gonna do. This is what's happening. But I'm just enjoying like feelings of this year. Like it just feels like it's gonna be a good year. And I mean, every year kind of turns out as a good year. But this year just feels different. And I know it's something we all say. But this year is something about it. So I'm just enjoying it. I'm really just enjoying the growth. I see the growth. It's like you see everything. I know. I feel like I see everything. Like I can see what's gonna happen in September. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like one of those. I see it, so I'm really excited for just all the things that I'm working on, all the things that I'm mentally trying to grow with and grow on. So just in a good space. I can't complain. You know, God is good. God is good. God is good.
Right.
Yes. Well, we also want to still pray for the people in California who are all still dealing with the fires.
Honey, them people stuff is burnt out.
It is, and it's sad. It's sad. I've already mentioned how I don't want to hear about the famous people, but yeah, about their homes. Like, not that I don't care. It's just that I want to hear about the people that are really, going to be truly devastated and that's been struggling. So I've enjoyed those stories a little bit.
Not enjoyed people's devastation.
No, like I've enjoyed like knowing and understanding and hearing about what's going on, not as an enjoyment. Like, oh my God, yes, that's happening. No, please don't think that.
People's stuff is really burnt out. Yeah, it's overall just.
Give me 1 second. And we're back. So pray for the people that's in California. Definitely. Because I know it's just a lot going on there still. So today's been an exciting day.
Is it?
Yeah, we found out what's going on with TikTok.
No, we still didn't. So we're still.
First of all, I just want to understand the fascination of this app. I just feel like there's so many things that we could be worried about and dealing with, but everybody's worried about saving this app or getting rid of the app. But why? What is it so much about
this
like
app?
As a fan?
The thing about this app, I got on TikTok 2023, maybe the end of 2022. I think the thing that's so different about this app is that, when we talk about social medias, right? Snapchat, at this point, I think it's for you to cheat on your partner for real. Twitter is for porn. Instagram is just for you to portray your fake life, be so edited about what you saying, and this, that, and the third. It's so judgmental. You're going to want to put your best foot forward on Instagram, right? What else do we have? Facebook is for where you come from and for your grandma. What else is it?
I just feel like
so TikTok is and not only we have seen so much just about the world and our country. We have found out so much from TikTok, like so much. If you are really a TikTok person, which you may not be, but people who really. And I don't mean TikTok in the sense of being a TikToker. I mean getting information from TikTok, it's so many things I've learned about that. I think the most importantly, the thing is that we are all out here just living life. We're all struggling. We all have highs and lows. It's just put everybody on a even playing field, I feel. It's changed people's lives. I've followed people who have just really it's so inspirational. I've seen people go to Christ through this app. Like, it's just so many different things. It's just not even comparable. So I think that's what it is. And I feel like we've had a lot of uncensored information that we needed to know as people on this app. It's been so much going on this app. So I think that's why people are so invested. And you gotta know that it has to be, for these legislators and all this to be so pressed to chop down the information, this app, and to censor it. Clearly, it's a winner. Clearly, it's needed for us, for the people. Wait.
I hear you.
First of all, do you be on TikTok? Like really, really, really on TikTok?
It's not for me personally. TikTok is like Google. Like I use it when I need to like find something or.
Do you find that helpful?
But I feel like I could just use Google too. Like, I don't find it to be something you have to like, oh my God, they have to be like, TikTok has to be saved.
Okay.
Like, I don't.
So you just use it for Google though? That's
like that's just like my
Okay.
I
so
use
that
for
makes sense
that
for you
elevation.
to feel that way.
You know what I mean? But I also think that like Everything you said, I feel like that you can do that in any other
Absolutely
social
not.
media
Absolutely not.
platforms.
People on Instagram is, first of all, Instagram is different. I think, especially like with the money part, like the
Okay, maybe
monetization is
the
different.
money stuff. That's why you go to YouTube. But like, I think I will say that's why you go to YouTube because that's where you're really gonna pick up probably money stuff. I think YouTube is gonna be your social media soon. Just because you could kind of do everything you do on social media on YouTube. So I definitely feel like that's going to be a platform that's going to start opening up a little bit more. People are going to start running to that a little bit more. I feel like YouTube gives you a little bit more like a MySpace feel. If you really dive deep into it, yeah, you can't do like edit your profiles and like have like the
I wouldn't
designs and
mind
all
going
that.
back. Now, here's the thing about MySpace. I wouldn't mind because, baby, when I was in MySpace, number one, I was happy in life, and my pages was tea.
But I think that like me personally, I don't care if they get banned or they stay. Like I don't have a care in the world because TikTok one doesn't improve my life, and two, I understand why the government wants to get rid of TikTok. I get it. While at the same time, I understand why people are being blinded by why the government wants to take it out because it's like, oh, the government always want to take what's good when sometimes it do be bad for us. We just kind of see all the good because the good looks nice. I do think that this is all a distraction for a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
That's to come. I do think that this is all part of a plot. You know what I mean? That whoever, I do believe that this is all a plot, and that's just how I look at it. I just don't understand why people are so invested, like in saving this app or so I get why the government is like, hey, no. You know, that's their job. Their job is national security. If it jeopardizes national security, you gotta do what you gotta do.
But my thing is this: y'all pick and choose what to be worried about national security. Because if we're talking about there's so many data things that go on that China like we our data. If people wanted our data, the data, honey, they I know, for instance, Temu. I know they know my credit card information. They know where I live at.
Those are just
they know my
people
my IP address. I'm sure. Like if they really went to hack something, they could hack my
but
information.
that may
for
be
sure.
who's their home company. You see what I'm saying? That's where the government is saying with certain things. I just think that because we're not gonna,
Oh yeah, because I get hyped
that-
up. Okay,
but you might not want to for your future.
here's the synopsis though. Well, no, because they try and put people back in office, so I'm done with them right now. Anyway, here's the synopsis. So the Supreme Court, of course, is going to uphold the ban. President Biden said that when it comes to the 19th, which is supposed to be the official date, they're not. It probably won't go dark, quote unquote. He still said that he's gonna pass it. Basically, he's gonna pass the ball to Donald Trump. He gets inaugurated on the 20th. Then they'll actually sit down and see what's gonna go on with that. There's a petition. So if you guys want to sign a petition right now,
You probably don't even got to worry about it because I'm trying to tell you this is all part of a plot. When Donald come on, is already gonna settle. It's already gonna be great. I just think that it's part of this whole big narrative. I was the one who said we should get rid of it. Now I'm the one that's gonna bring it.
but people ain't fooled by that. Like, I mean, some people may, but I mean, because even the CEO of TikTok was thanking Donald Trump today about this thing and
Yes.
third, and we was all in the comments like, "Honey, let's work. Okay, it's cute for right now, but ain't nobody forgot that he was the one. Nobody forgot about that.
But I'm saying, like, do y'all not see the irony or like the back? We're all complaining about why the government wants to take it back. Why does China want to be such a big, part of our country? Or why does
From what, TikTok?
Yeah,
They're
like,
not. He said the CEO said he'll shut it down. Like when the ban was first happening, he said he's
no, but I'm
himself
saying
gonna
now.
shut
But
it
why
down.
are they so invested? Right, the same thing that I think that people are saying about the government, you can say about TikTok. And like, why are y'all so invested in saving? 9 times out of 10 people y'all don't really care about.
I mean, number one is, they're getting it's benefiting them out. I mean, this is an app that they have that millions of people are using. So I think it's like a business thing for them. But they had already said like, if it's banned, to shut down, to shut down. Like they're not.
But the work that they're doing, if that was the case, then that would be the end of the conversation. You know what I'm saying? If that actually it's a business thing, but I personally think it's deeper than just business. Just like how y'all think it's deeper or crazier than national security.
I don't think it's for me. I just think that the government doesn't like all the information that's being. It's not controlled. It's being. I don't think it's anything like deeper than that. I just think that it's a country that they need to have control of certain things. And I feel like having an app that they can't control is like they don't want that.
But why do y'all think y'all can't say certain things? Like I think that's where I'm confused.
What you mean?
Like on other apps, why do people think they can't?
Because it's just not. Number one, Instagram does a lot of shutting down people's pages. They do a lot of censoring over there.
See, I haven't experienced that.
They do a lot, like even like celebrities and stuff. They're like podcasters and people who are high profile but maybe not celebrity status. Their pages get banned. Instagram will take your page in a heartbeat.
For what though?
Anything. If you're cussing too much, if you're too vulgar, quote unquote. They were saying that they was racist at some point. Like Instagram will take your page quickly.
But I think TikTok does the same thing. If it's like bullying. Or if it's
they may
aggressive.
censor it, but they don't really take your whole entire page. Like Instagram will take your people.
See, I've experienced people not having their not taking it like, oh, you can't get it back. Mm-hmm. But after a period, you get you're shut down.
Yeah,
like,
they
so
will.
I think everybody has that. That's why I'm like, what is it that? Well, maybe I don't.
Yeah, you're like you said, you only go on there for Google, so you don't have
because I just feel like you can get all this information anywhere, and I feel like I personally feel like every place have the information in some way, shape, or form. You just will have to find it and do your research. It's not just about like, yes, it's TikTok easy, but I still don't see like why is everybody like, oh, they don't want us to know this information. It's like, I mean, 9 times out of 10, the information is the same media these people getting information from. Y'all can go get it too.
It's different.
People act like it's like people outside of country, like that tells us about our country. It's people that's living in this country, that's reading, that's doing the same exact things you can do. So it's just like, how can we sit here once again? First and foremost, why are we sitting here acting like we cannot live without this app?
I mean,
that people are willing to get on it with a VPN. People are willing to get another.
Because you can go to jail for that.
Yeah, people trying to download the Red Note or something like that.
I've downloaded Red Note. Follow me on Red Note.
See, so you're one of them.
Yeah, for sure.
That you just want Chinese to have everything about you.
I don't care, because here's the thing: they piss me off. Okay, but either way, so really like the 20th, but I did make a video today, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm really like invested. Like, this is crazy. But I also do think if good things were to come from this, I look at it as, wow, like, look at what we did as a whole people.
I promise you, y'all didn't do nothing. This was the plan.
That's cool. No, that's fine. But what I'm saying is being on one accord. Like, in 24 hours, there were 750,000 people that signed the petition. Now, the only part that makes me like, okay, y'all, we gotta do better is that TikTok. I get why this may be like a stone for us to be like, okay, y'all, like, look, like, we was on one accord with this, but I look at it as, okay, if we see that we were on one accord for that, how much better the world can be, for other issues. Because really, TikTok shouldn't be the issue that we're all united on. But I just think it's nice to see us all unite. That's something other than the Olympics.
Y'all gotta get that bond off of TikTok and put your bond in the Bible, because y'all that
would be great. That would be great too. So that's another thing. I don't think it's tripping. I just think that it's nice to see everybody.
It's nice to see y'all all come together
on one accord.
And but I'm telling y'all right now, y'all coming together, and I promise you, if Donald didn't want it back, it would be banned. You know what I mean? It's just this has nothing to do with the people. But yet the people want to sit here and say people care. No, TikTok don't even give two damns about none of y'all.
I mean, but I think at the end of the day, we don't care about really. We just want the app. No, but I don't think anybody. I think it seems deep, but I think at the end of the day, okay, let's do whatever we can do to keep the app. Let's rub shoulders. Yeah, Donald Trump. Okay, great. After that, honey, don't nobody care about.
But see, that's
for me,
just dumb. Like that's
it's not.
That's all the fakeness y'all saying.
It's
Instagram has.
It's a transactional
This is the delusional
thing.
TikTok is just manipulating y'all to think this way. And I mean, personally, that's the goal of social media anyway, to manipulate everybody. So I don't.
I mean, but that's the age that we're like.
I understand.
It is what it is.
I understand.
You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
I get it. With that being said, bye bye Joe.
Pray for TikTok.
Okay.
How did you feel about his?
Bye Joe. I didn't watch it. One, because I mean, I'm not really into the politics thing because it's fake. It's just dry. It's just, it's something where I feel like
You're over it.
yes.
Here's my thing about it. He set up.
What did he say?
Okay. He did his last the address or whatever,
Yes.
was so just
Dry.
jarring and scary and like basically it came off like the world is ending now. But my thing was all these lists of issues. Watch out for this. Watch out for that. You waited to the last 15 minutes of your presidency to list all these things that's going on and this, that, and the third. It's like, I don't know if he called all these issues like did these issues just become a thing now after you're about to get out, or was these always a problem and there was no what you call it, gas behind there was no pep in that step that like, it's like all of a sudden all these issues come up when you've been here for 4 years. Technically, you've had some time in here.
Are you transitioning to a Republican? Like, are you transitioning to conservative?
I don't like any of them. Okay. Number one, I'm
I just had to make sure.
But no, I mean, I don't.
Based off of your question, I just want to see where you're standing.
So I'm one of them. I'm not a Republican, and I'm not a. Now I will vote a certain way just
for the people,
right? But
you're independent.
I guess that's what you can. That's what you can say.
I mean, I'm an independent. I'm gonna go for which one sounds not which one sounds better, but which one I think
vote for
is
the
better
lesser
for the
evil.
people.
Yeah, I vote for the lesser evil at this point.
Yeah, people that are like, the lesser the evil, the ones that I think is gonna be more for the people, not for the rich. However, I think that like I said, I didn't watch it, so I don't know what he said.
It was sad though.
But I think that a lot of, if he did say things that are wrong or what's happening or what's gonna happen, I think he's just preparing us for the
stuff
craziness.
That we've been already knew.
Yeah, but I think sometimes it's just like we're delusional. Like, I think sometimes society is so delulu that
not delulu
that we have this like simple mindset of what we think politics is, and so
that's my math.
Yeah, and so and I think we just don't learn about it as much in school, as growing up. So you're just always fighting that idea of politics, the what can the president do, what can't the president do, and I just I mean, everybody may think you make excuses for the president, certain presidencies, but I just feel like at this point, unless everything is Democrat, you're not going to really see if they really for the people. Unless everything is Republican, you're really not going to see if they hate it. Well, right now, everything is Republican. So we will have the ability to see, where they stand. But at the same time, I think Democrats are just the same.
Right.
Just,
how did you feel about them dragging Michelle Obama for not coming to the inauguration?
Fuck y'all.
It was the man from Shark Tank.
I don't care. Those people don't look like me. Those people don't look like her. I think that, one, why would she go? Like, why would she didn't go to Jimmy Carter's funeral,
right?
And that wasn't like it was something negative or bad. Like, how about y'all say, is she okay? Is
right,
what's going on in her life? Do we need to pray for her?
And you know what? Just like they had dragged Kate Middleton over there across the seas, the whole time that woman had cancer. Yes. People just, what, y'all should. But
be then ashamed. They also dragged Pence's wife for not shaking. Mike Pence's wife for not shaking or standing up for Donald Trump at the funeral.
I ain't see that.
Yeah. They went at her neck too.
I just couldn't do the funeral.
It's
It was
just
too
disrespectful.
emotional.
I was busy. I was minding my business.
I wanted to go, but it was just too. It was too much.
You wanted to go.
Yes, because Jimmy Carter. One thing I respected about Jimmy Carter was that just working I did my time in the mental health industry a little bit. He was really like a pioneer into like getting rid of like the stick, because before him, honey, they was locking them people up in facilities and zapping them and lasering them and cutting them and all that.
Say it like that.
Yeah, that's what he was doing. That's what they was doing to them people, and he was the one that really like kind of humanized people who was going through different stuff with mental health. Now, Ronald Reagan, I think he came in and like shook it up again and it reversed everything, but I don't know. But he was really just a pioneer when it came to certain things. So that's why I respected Jimmy Carter.
Yeah. He was also somebody that I think that, like I said, I feel like I've learned, like just learning when he passed, just learning a little bit about him. And it's just like, wow, he was somebody who did politics in that moment, and that was it. He was done doing politics. He was doing what he needed to do. Mm-hmm. His volunteer work, that stuff. Like, it's just when you have a that's what we need.
I think he was a good president. We need
that president again. I think that people are so in tune to negativity that it's just easy to fall and sink to support and like a negative person. Mm-hmm. But we need that positive. I
don't think they make the presidents like that no more, like they used to back in the day, honey. But then I was having this conversation with somebody, and I said maybe it's always been a mess. And, it's different because the media is like a little bit different now. Because, they had Watergates and all that back in the day. So I'm like, maybe it's always kind of been messy. It's just, we're more in tune or tapped in, quote unquote, because of the like media and stuff. Yeah.
But I think we also was in tune then. That's why, Jimmy Carter didn't get a second, route. You know what I mean? What people were upset. I think just people were more rational, and then, people were more what's best for America, not necessarily what's best for them. It was what's best for the whole, and they just felt like, hey, he's not this guy for us. We need somebody different. Yeah. But that was like an American thing. I think back in the day it was more about being an American. What was the best option for America? To whereas now it's like a reality show. Like I know how sometimes people joke and say America is like a reality TV.
No, it's.
But like,
right now, it's literally
it's reality TV.
It's so media based. I feel so money based and so like.
But do you know what we're doing with other countries like that are on our platforms that we're allowing to see? First of all, let's talk about how the Chinese TikTok is not even like like our TikTok. Let's start there.
Right. Yeah.
That's crazy. But understand they don't have the freedoms that we do have. Mm-hmm. But then it's just like back in school, and I'm about to really be getting into TikTok and Twitch. I really got to dive in and learn a lot about both.
For what? It's over.
TikTok, because first of all, TikTok is not over. I don't believe Donald is going to save TikTok.
You think so?
I know so. It's part of his plan.
But do you feel like he's really going to save it? You feel like he's going to pretend like he is, or do little 30 days or something, and then now he's in office, like he don't really once he's in office he don't really have to.
No, he wants to keep certain things, you know what I mean? I feel like he wants to keep those, because to him that's one of the ways he was able to win his presidency is through TikTok. And using the algorithm and having all that.
Said that word. But,
you know how to make sure I say it right.
The algorithm.
Algorithm. See? See, when I said it the first time, I feel like it was right, but you're a hater. But yeah, like I feel like he used that to his advantage, and he sees how it can work. Yeah. That he can put information on there, and now this is the information.
And he can be for impressionable people. He can really use that. Be like, I saved TikTok. Yeah. Look what and like some people really would like be eat like, oh yeah, eat that up. Yeah.
Eat it up. And so I just think that that's just where it's at, So I'm like getting into this, and I'm just looking and seeing how other countries are utilizing TikTok, what they're getting out of TikTok. And it's like everything is about, from like we were doing Africa, and it's like everything that we're learning. Well, everything that I learned is just like we do it for the money, for fame, for as America, just to I don't want to say entertainment, but just like a reality.
So what do they use
TV,
it for?
but they use it for like same thing like entertainment, music, but it's more authentic, it's more real. You get to see the culture in it all. You get to see their culture. They don't try to speak a certain way. Some of them do if you can't get the whole closed captions and stuff correct. But it's just like, why can't we just use social media? Because for Africa, Facebook is their top platform for social media. So it's not necessarily saying that these other platforms cannot be, like if you got rid of TikTok, it's not saying that these other platforms can't be, as just as great and create a community and have that cultural feel or, the things that y'all have learned and valued. I think that it's just like when you view other countries and how they use social media, it's just like we are just a joke. I really do believe that we're a joke, and we're just playing a game of reality. And I feel like why can't we get back to like how we said, like like you just said, I went in my MySpace because it allows you to be your creative, authentic self, and you could express it, and nobody really judged you. Nobody.
But I don't know. I just feel like if I was in another country, because just like all the other countries say, well, that's especially like the UK, they're like, oh, TikTok going away in America. That's a shame because y'all really put on like when you are from another country and you look at American talk, like we're like them girls for real.
But that's not a compliment. They're not complimenting us.
But you don't feel like they say where it's all because you don't think that if somebody's in another country and they look at a TikTok of somebody, you don't feel like there are creators and there's spaces for people that show our culture over here. Like, I feel like it's kind of like the same thing. Because what is like the main difference between us looking at an African TikTok and seeing their culture and they're looking at our TikTok and seeing our culture?
Because our culture, 9 times out of 10, to me, in my opinion, it's not authentic. It's not. You can feel. You can see it's an act. We can't even. You know how what I mean? Like when I mean by authentic, you can't even do a joke with it, like an actual joke. Everything is scripted, and it's like, no, I want to let's really crack. Like I like back in the day when we had what was it, Kick Ass. Like because they were actually doing jokes, they were really playing jokes on people. Or
so
pranks.
you're so
like it's just like little things that I like. Because to me that's how we show in our culture. Like yeah, when we're cooking food, but we're at this point we're just adding different foods together. We're just oxtails going in this
and egg rolls and frying them up. But that's not every TikTok though.
It's not every TikTok. But my point is, a lot of the stuff that we're doing, I feel like is really just we're entertaining the world. We're giving the world entertainment. When we're talking about our political system, we're giving the world entertainment. It's like we value from it more. Because we're allowed to see other cultures and learn other cultures and gain, see their traditions. Like, I'm trying to figure out some American traditions that we have.
I think that
we showcase. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it's also who you follow in your algorithm. Everybody's algorithm is different.
Your algorithm when American controlling it, but when China controlling it, it's a little bit of everything.
I'm saying for you saying like, a lot of like, things are like entertainment or like staged and stuff like that. Like my algorithm is very like regular people just sitting around, just doing right. Like they're just, it's black humor. It's like to me, my algorithm is like me and you sitting here talking like me, you sitting there talking, you and our friends just sitting there doing stuff. Like, I just feel like it's very authentic. I don't really follow people that be staging all them pranks and this.
I follow the food people. I look at people eating food.
I don't really follow them either.
But see, I got my algorithm got the cultural people. Like, I'm seeing people from all different cultures.
Are
all
you on
different
304
areas.
time?
What?
See, you don't really know. You're
The
not on
what? I'm not. The,
304 Talk.
what's that? That's if it got something to do with TikTok because TikTok was leaving. No.
No, 304 Talk.
What is that?
You know how like they have like Black Talk, you know, Water Talk.
No.
So anything, it's like categories, right?
On TikTok?
Yeah, it could be like black, you know, like you know, people say Black Twitter. It's just black people doing Twitter. So like it's Black Talk, Christian Talk. So when I say 304 Talk, 304 is prostitutes.
Wow.
So,
So, wow.
so you talk about it, they could. So it's real stuff going on. So here's my point. Here's my point.
Y'all see? Y'all
Here's my point. It's so much. I think also with TikTok, you're seeing different people's lives going on that we're not prostitutes. I've never been a prostitute. I've never had paid for anything because I don't have to. But just seeing 3 or 4 times, seeing them girl, and really just them showing us how their life is being a whole prostitute and how you can be safe with it, how you should really do it, how charging your prices, you know, really elevating that for places that is legal, because you know it's legal some places.
Tell me where it's legal in the United States.
It's Las Vegas, ain't it? It's legal over there. And when I say legal, I don't mean like all the way legal, but I mean less frowned upon. Like, you know, you can see a little prostitute. You know what I'm saying? You know, Philly got them.
I mean, everybody has. Delaware has them. Everybody has them.
And you know what's so crazy? It wasn't until that one story happened with the like the UD stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know that Delaware really had prostitutes. I was like, we have prostitutes.
They're not prostitutes. They're
sex workers. I'm sorry. Oh God. This is why I told you how I mean.
No, but it's be you.
Sex workers. 304 Talk is sex workers, not prostitutes. So it's different. It's just really, and it's a newer concept.
Are they escorts?
I mean, but what's the sex worker? I think we're supposed to say sex workers, right? I think because escorts, we're supposed to say sex work.
I don't. You be on the 304 Talk.
So, no,
you tell me.
Now my algorithm ain't really jumping. I only had a couple because I had to get away from that.
You tell me. In the 304
It's showing
Talk.
culture. It's showing culture because we don't know nothing. We don't know no prostitutes. Sex workers.
Now I have a question. Why is that the culture you want other people to know us for?
It's not. But I'm saying that's just an example.
All right, give me something that works because that was not a good example.
I would say this. I would say churches, you know, Christianity or other religions. I think that you can clearly see. I think church can be cultural, like black people, and you know how black, you know, or down south churches, or you know Baptists and stuff. Those are different things that people from other countries could see. Like, oh, okay, like, you know, if I'm African or Asian or whatever, like, oh, okay, I'm a Christian. This is how my church goes, and then this is a down south black, you know, cultural church. Like this is how they pulling it. It's just.
I'm gonna have to go look at TikTok because that too can be scripted.
My stuff on my timeline is not scripted.
I'm gonna have to look at your timeline.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't look at anything. Or like I said, all my from TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, it's different. Food. Yeah, mine's just like watching people eat. Yeah. But it's, you know, no, like I have a lot of I enjoy those videos from like Africa where the people got the little thing in their mouth and to like just learn it. What? I don't know what it's called. I love that too, yeah. Yeah, like I don't know what it's called, but like I just enjoy it and then just hearing them talk because I don't know what they're saying. But just kind of like seeing it. That's why I'm like, man, like I wish we can just have ways where we can show our culture better. Not just in like black people, but just American culture.
But I don't know. I just think that somebody from other countries is looking at it.
I just feel like everybody looking at it as like a joke. I don't see other countries. Yes, they're looking at it for entertainment, but they're not looking at it to learn. They're not looking at it.
Know that.
I just said I think. I said this is my feelings. This is my opinion. I don't know. You're right. I never did research to really find out. But don't play with me because I will do some research and really find out. But I'm just saying.
You feel like it's a mess. Okay, Jasmine thinks TikTok is a mess. TikTok don't think it's save, whatever.
I don't think it's just TikTok. I think social media is a mess. You know me. It's not just TikTok. I think all the social media is a mess. I think that everybody portrays this to be like I think social media is fake. You know, I just think that it's a fake way, and of course, it's based off of who you follow. You know, as well. If you feel like you follow real, authentic people, then your social media is very authentic. However, I think that sometimes a lot of us, and even we do this. You know, we'll do it too by being fake. Like I think that sometimes
Don't say that about me because I'm
portray-
a real one. Don't try it.
I think that sometimes we portray, you know,
Follow me on Instagram. Marnell with 3 C's.
I feel like we portray a fake lifestyle, a fake, you know, we're all victims and we're all doing it. You know, we all fall into that narrative sometimes.
I feel like you on social media, you want to put your best foot forward.
Yeah, but I think that it's also like, that's when like, I just, you know, I want to get back to the authentic social media things.
When was
You
that?
know, so like Vine and MySpace, like I don't know, I feel like we were all happier then. America,
We
the
were
world
children.
was.
And things were different.
I wasn't. We were happy just as a
I was
world.
cussing people out on MySpace, honey. So
I feel like you be cussing people out now. We just don't see it.
that part too.
Like, you know what I mean?
Baby, I was
So
cussing
it's
the
just
people
like,
out bad, honey.
you know, but we're about to get DJT in
Who was
office.
that?
Donald Trump. Donald J. Trump.
DJT. Oh, that's his middle name? What, Gerard, Jerome?
No,
What's his middle name?
I don't know. I forgot.
Jeremiah.
No, you're naming black names.
Don't say that because that's not good.
I just speak the truth. See, like, you know, everybody want to be censored. Just be you. You know, speak how you want to feel. But DJT is getting in the office. Some of the first things that he's gonna do is save TikTok. And then allegedly, but you know, I'm not even gonna stay on that topic long. I pray for everybody. I hope everyone is prepared and ready for the next 4 years. Just stay on your politics. Stay with understanding what it is. And I think we will all make a way, some way, somehow. Are you ready for the next 4 years?
Yeah, because I got King Jesus and a gun.
Amen.
So
Oh, you got a gun? I didn't know you got a gun. Pow, pow, pow.
It's underneath my pillow.
Yo, have you seen about the Twitch boss widow? About
Yeah, but
these
I don't
NDAs?
really. Now go ahead because I've heard something. I didn't really get into it because I don't like when people are has passed and all that.
That's
So
what
I
I'm
don't
like.
really.
I'm like, why is his
I don't
wife
really do too much
doing
of
his
that.
widow? His
But the streets been talking.
like.
I ain't gonna say it on here because I'm not. But
We're not gonna spread misinformation,
yeah,
right?
but the streets
Because
been talking.
I know the streets been talking, and I'm just like, but why is this lady? Why did this lady do all that? And
So
then I'll be
so
damned.
it is the wife because I thought
It's the wife.
that's with the memoir.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
It's the wife.
So, but does
and she
he
made the
have-
parent. She made everybody sign an NDA for his funeral,
Okay.
even including his mother.
Right.
And then her daughter decided to be on her side and give her
Because he has,
opinion.
they don't all have kids together.
Yeah, the oldest one, daddy
I saw her
is
video.
somebody else.
Okay, and they don't. Because I don't know why I was thinking. Okay, so his actual family, like his mom and them,
Yes.
is the one. Okay, all right.
They don't have nothing to do with the grandma. His mom want to see the babies, but she haven't been
Right.
able to see the babies. Her grandkids. You know, this memoir is supposed to talk about this drug addiction and all that's been going on
okay.
Twitch life. Now, mind you, the streets been talking like what was that memoir saying about Chew? What his little journal say about Chew? What was going on with Chew? And of course, you know, the streets, you know, been also saying she might have something to do with it.
I didn't hear all that. I was my information was to the left.
Oh yeah, the
Was on
streets,
some more
the
other
streets,
stuff.
you know, think she might got something to do.
I mean, but does
Because
she need
people
money?
said, because people really said, like, was he really in a state of like that? And I do think that we got to stop thinking we know people. Okay, because
it stop. People do be committing suicide, and I know it's a
Yeah.
hard thing for. I think for maybe I think when it comes to our community and somebody takes their life, I do think that we do have the tendency to be like, oh, that could not even possibly something they have. It's always
something.
And I thought it was a small town thing because I'm from a small town, but it's always a controversy when somebody dies suddenly or something like that. It's always gotta be extra. Sometimes it is what it is, but here's ultimately though we'll never we may not know. So just let people rest though. Yeah. But do you think she need money? That's why she did the memoir.
I mean, go get a job.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, this is easy money. This is quick money. But you're making quick money off someone who's passed.
And it's supposed to be your husband.
Yes.
I'm not doing that to my.
I'm not doing that to nobody. I don't play with the dead. I leave the dead alone. I let them rest in peace.
Yeah.
If I ain't speaking highly of the dead, I ain't speaking about them at all.
But
I don't
but
do
it's
none
like
of that.
my husband now. That's so crazy. But what was she?
You should. I think
And
it was
it's
just
out
saying
already?
like I don't know. I didn't really get into it because
Okay.
I was just more
Yeah,
onto.
I wasn't
This is
touching
why
it.
it's important. I think the moral of the story for me is this is why you got to pay attention to who you marry and who you had kids with, because I've seen a lot of these
Yeah.
type of relationships.
and they start to, and that's and
Me and Ariana are supposed to talk about, this topic, interracial dating, because I've seen a lot of these relationships where I'm just like, well, this is why people be telling you need to watch out, because this is what's happening. And I also seen it with Jimmy Butler's baby mom, the basketball player for the Miami Heat. Jimmy Butler's baby mom want an extra couple of bands for the nanny, and she already get paid $55,000 a month.
I think I did see that. Yeah.
And so it's like, I'm starting to see why people keep telling y'all this, because I mean, me personally, I don't have nothing against people doing it. Please find love any way, shape, or form you can. But I'm
just
starting
make sure
to understand.
it's legal and everybody's of age and consent.
Yes. Yes, please. But it's just like, I see why people are saying it, because it's starting to give a pattern.
It's a thing.
It's starting to see like, so my lesson in all this is, first of all, God rest Twitch's soul. Whatever he was going through, just pray that he's at peace, and that his family could come at peace. But yeah, be careful who you marry. Be careful who you had kids with. Be careful who you lay in the bed with, who you share your life, with, because you never know what they're capable of in a moment of stress, anger,
desperation.
Yes, you just never know. And so I just say that because it's starting to give pattern-ish, and I don't like it. I don't like it, because I think it starts to break people. It starts to break up cultures, where people are gonna bring up these stereotypes. I feel like these are ways stereotypes are created. You know what I mean? Like this is why if a white man is dating a black woman, or a black woman is or a white woman is dating a black man, it's like that's why people are so angry, because they have these stereotypes of what seems like to be a pattern, or what seems like to happen. Or white men abuse black women, or the white women, man, they just want you for your money and all these different things. So this is what they're gonna do, but they don't really care about you. Like we're creating these stereotypes. And these are the patterns that we're seeing, and I don't like that.
So what you're saying, you would never date nobody white?
No, I don't know. You know what I mean? Because I'm like I said, it's nothing against it. I have nothing against it. I'm the type of person where I'm like, we should let people live their lives, figure out their lessons. But like, if you really just ain't shit, stop really doing stuff like this, because this is why you're creating these type of narratives. Because there are great white people. There are amazing white people, there are amazing black people, there are amazing Asian people, there are amazing, Spanish. Like, there's amazing people in this world. So it's like,
have you ever brought a white person home?
No, I never brought nobody home. See, nobody's never been worthy.
Have you talked to a white person?
Yes, I have. Not
How
in
was
the
it?
sense of, I mean, it didn't last long. Like, did I ever go on a date? I don't think I've ever been on a date with a white man, but
Why not? Since everybody wants to love who they love, and you don't have anything against it.
Because it's just not like I like a black
not your
man.
preference.
Yeah, like it's something about a black man. But I also don't just like at the end of the day, it's just like I'm also not giving a black man my whole life just because he a black man. Like no, like that's why I said be careful who you marry or who you have kids with, because I think it's just about the person. It's not necessarily looking at how society view things or those stereotypical things. It's just like love. Now for me, I prefer a black man, but I have nothing against a white man to be like, oh, I ain't gonna never date him. You have to be something I will find to be attractive or want. Mm-hmm. Not necessarily just, oh, because you're white, okay, I'm gonna date you. No. Same thing with a black man. It's the same thing. It's like attraction for me. Would you date a white man?
Can't do it.
Why?
Just can't do it.
Why?
I like them dark and lovely. Honey. Can't do it.
Yeah, I feel like also like, and it's okay if you feel like they can never really truly understand your struggles or your culture. I get that. I that's something I understand when people say, yeah, I couldn't do it. But
honey, my family's too hardcore for all that. It's too.
My family very open.
My family, they too. It's just I don't want them to have to feel like they can't be themselves, talk their stuff. Thanksgiving holidays.
Oh, see, my family not. So your family be talking about people.
No, they just it just could be anything like just subconsciously. Just no, it's too much.
See, one thing I love about my family is we're very open. Mm-hmm. We would. If something is given very white privilege and we're with like somebody that's white, we'll be like, yeah, see, they only doing that because you were at the table. Like my family don't care. Like because at the end of the day, that is how we. If we can't be ourselves, then they can't be part of this family type of thing. That's how I view it.
Right. And
but so why you bring it? So it's like, why would you bring? Like even I feel like there could be people that could allow you. Your family just has to. If you find somebody that you feel like, hey, they can handle my family.
We've had like different cultures, spouses, once or twice. But it's just I don't know. It's just we like to cut up. And
I feel like if you're feeling like to cut up, if the person that you're dating, if you're gonna bring them around your family, I don't think it's about the color. I think it's about the person, because I think a white person can cut up with you just as much as if they were a black person. Like, and they'll be able to handle it. I think that it's you're giving like guess the Bernie, guess who? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what y'all are giving. You giving Bernie?
No, it's not like that.
You giving Bernie that?
Okay, look, it could be something as simple as like, say we watching something or something on TV or something, and like some white person do some white person stuff or something.
Yes.
Like, and I know somebody gonna be like, well, honey, that's what they do. That may be like, but it's something so small, but in subconscious, like we normally wouldn't think twice, like about.
But see, if you gotta, whoever you date though, but I feel like there's people that are able to handle that. Mm-hmm. Yes, because that's how my family is, isn't it? Yeah, like.
But it's like.
That's how it is. It's just, I think that's how you make. That's how you help them also be comfortable.
But also too, I don't even want the that's cool, and for people who want to take that on, I don't even want to. I don't even want to have.
You said I don't want that in my life. It's
already enough with a relationship and bringing people on. That is something I do not gotta deal with, honey. I need to make sure you because my family, they gonna look you up and down. Make sure I need to make sure you is together. Just period. It's enough bringing niggas home anyway. So all that. No.
So you're good off of that.
I'm good off all that.
Yeah, I just feel like people should definitely be careful who they date and who
married
they don't
for sure,
date.
having kids for sure, honey. It's enough trying to pick it's enough marrying and dating people and having kids with them when you really think you know them.
Yeah.
And then stuff be happening. So just you really gotta, when it comes to all that, you really gotta know.
Really gotta
I feel.
Know. For sure.
But rest in peace to that man, child. Rest in peace also to Aaliyah, because it was her birthday yesterday. I think she would have been 45. I love Aaliyah, y'all.
Aaliyah and her birthday. She also had a Barbie doll that came out. It sold out. It came and gone.
It was Marvel, right?
I don't know.
It was a Marvel. It sold out.
Yeah, they said it sold out. It was sold out.
Are they gonna do it again?
I don't know.
They're gonna restock because I want to get one. I'm gonna buy one.
Well, buy me one too.
No.
Why?
I think it's like a Marvel. I think it was like a Marvel
Why
thing.
you not gonna buy me one? You
And-
shady.
Depending on how much it is.
Well, you right.
But yeah,
you
I
right.
love Aaliyah. Rest in peace to her. Who was that?
I feel like. Do you think
Our
Aaliyah would have
age.
like been? How do you think Aaliyah would have progressed in this time, day and age? Like,
I think, considering that she was ahead of her time, I feel at that point in early 2000s, I think that, I mean, because everybody has their day and everybody has their time when they are chilling. I think she would have, I don't think she would have been actively making music right now at 45. I don't. I think that she would have probably taken her time. I think she would have been I think comparing her, I think it would have been kind of comparable to like Queen Latifah as far as like the music and
'cause
then
she was
movie type
acting.
of thing.
She was doing her
And I
acting.
think she really enjoyed the acting part of it. So I do think it would have been more of like that. And I think when we look at artists who act now, like Mary J. Blige, she acts now. You know, different music. Dr. Dre and stuff, he acts now. Like I think people who have had a career in music and they started and they've been in music, I mean been in movies or acting early in their career and dipping and dabbling, I think they do, you know, transition to movies. So I would have seen her more as like, you know, movie star. Still very much relevant, still very much body T, very beautiful children, all that. But I think that's what she would have been doing.
do you think she would have been bigger than Beyonce?
Why do y'all do that? Why do y'all that annoys me so bad? Why?
You know, I'm just trolling. I'm just.
I think
trolling.
Aaliyah would have been the top number one in her lane for years and years and years. And I think
it would have been great competition. I think it would have been a great equal because at the end of the day, we also have to understand Beyonce didn't start as an individual.
she was a group. She had
was
been in a group for years.
I feel like we
so-
probably would have had a little bit more Destiny Child albums though. I feel like she would have went solo a little later. But I think like one of the things, the reason why that question also irks me is because it's like, why couldn't they just both be at top? Like, why
Right.
couldn't they both be number one? Why?
Yeah.
Because I feel like Beyonce always gave, once she went really solo, she always really gave pop. Like,
Right, and Aaliyah never really.
she gave
always go
R&B,
big.
you know what I
Right, she was the
mean?
princess of R&B.
So
So,
it's like, yeah,
yeah.
that's why I really hate the question. So I was trolling, you know, because I know I be trolling with Beyonce. Y'all know how troll would be. But yeah, I definitely trolling because I'm
Yeah.
about to say, yeah, I don't.
I think she
I
would have
don't really
had
care.
like a couple beautiful children for sure.
Yeah,
and
yeah. You think R. Kelly be locked up right now, or they be married?
Yes. They definitely wouldn't have been married.
Just
I definitely think that just and you know what? It's speaking of I was about to say speaking of predators, but no, I don't know if you're
wait, what? Who?
I was thinking about the little girl situation.
Yes. Oh my God. Ugh. I wasn't really ready for that.
Okay.
But we can get into it.
I just kind of want to get it done.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, let's go ahead and do that.
Speaking of predators.
Because it's, yeah.
Yeah. Nazaya. I think I'm saying her name right.
Nazaya. Such a cute name.
Nazaya
Y'all know.
Harris.
I just want, all right, I just wanted to get my thoughts on it.
Yeah, go ahead.
So here's my thing.
Because I wasn't ready for that.
Here's my thing about, and a lot of people failed her around her. I feel like she had a very hard life. With her mom, number one.
For us.
Yeah, her mom was never really, her mom had struggles, I think was on drugs and all that. Her dad was never really around. She had, these aunts and grandmoms and all that, whatever, adopted people, whatever. It just, the whole situation was a mess, but I do think her story definitely, a lot of people share her story that are grown people now, and I think there's still a lot of people who are going through those things. You know what I'm saying? I think this, I understand now as an adult why, parents should just overall, honey, why do y'all be having, just don't have no kids if you're just really not at a place where you need to be doing that. And then also, if you have kids around you, whatever, protect them. Brothers, uncles, dads, godmothers, sisters, cousins. If you have a child and you see everybody who's around kids can clearly see when a child is kind of like not being taken care of properly, kind of on their own a little bit. Like, being mistreated, like, just do your part. And also, too, I understand now as an adult why my parents were so, they just, certain stuff they just didn't play. Like, you know, and it was so annoying growing up. But now, like, me being older now, I have, like, kids in the sense of, like, God kids, nieces, and nephews. And, like, you know, I understand why now you really got to be on it when it comes to, you know, even, like, going to different people's houses, even family, too. Like, it's just, because these predatory behavior is a generational thing. You know what I mean? So it be happening through generations and generations and generations. So like you just gotta watch people and stuff like that. Like, and the whole story is sad. She was failed by the system. She was failed by her family. She was failed by everybody I think around her. Honestly,
I think my opinion, based off of the knowledge that I have, I agree. She was definitely failed by everybody. But everybody else was failed by everybody. You know what I mean? And that's the harsh reality of
it's
it
a
all.
generational mess.
It's as much as we can say, oh well, the aunt failed her, the grandmother failed her, but they were failed too. People failed them, you know. That is why sometimes it's hard for people to come to those realizations and see, you know, those things. From what I've read, he's been grooming her for the last, since she was like 3 or 4 years old. So you're talking about someone, you know, at such a young age, and you're grooming them, and they're 11, you know, or 13. She was 11.
13. I think she was
13?
13, yeah.
13. So there's like, do you know how many years that was? I'm hearing a dog, right?
Yes,
Okay.
and there's
I'm
one
sorry.
sitting right there that I know ain't barking.
That's what I'm like. I hear a dog. I'm like, wait, but you know, that was the time of just she was being groomed, and it's sad because it goes back to be careful who you are sleeping with, who you know have around you, because these people are struggling. They're demons. I call people like this demons.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely
You know what I mean?
a demonic presence.
You're a
going on.
demon.
It's a perverted,
when
demonic
you want a
spirit.
child and you are to be 41 and want a 13-year-old, it's crazy to me.
And to be a woman who you knew the past of this man,
and you still had him around,
still had him and had kids, right? And just still was with him.
Like a 4-year-old, he gave a 4-year-old chlamydia.
It's crazy.
Like it just becomes crazy. But I even seen a lady. I don't know if you seen the lady who had the 11-year-old. That's where I'm getting 11-year-old. This elementary school teacher had a baby by 11-year-old.
That's crazy. I'm sorry,
Yo,
y'all. It's
why
getting real
is this?
trap. Like we in a trap.
Why do I hear the music like
and
I'm
it's so
playing
clear.
it?
What's going on? It's the mics.
Yeah,
It's the mics.
See, this is Culture Friday. We in the culture.
We are in the trap. Like,
but like, it's like, oh, and we're laughing, and it's not a laughing matter.
oh yeah, no, this is very like.
But like, yeah, it's like the lady. I cannot remember her name right now. But she, an elementary school teacher, got pregnant by 11. He was 11 years old when she started having a relationship with him. I didn't even know 11-year-olds can do that. And I think he's 16 now. Mm-hmm. So they was in a relationship. She finally,
11-year-olds could do what? Have
kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know they can do that. Mm-hmm. I just feel like you're such a. Why are you even like? What are you getting out of that?
Yeah,
like you know what I mean. So it's like even when women do it, men do it. I just think crazy. These are just crazy. But we just have to be careful who we surround ourselves with.
They tearing them up in jail.
They don't play about kids.
Say they dog walking.
Oh yeah, they don't play about kids. And she looks like she was such a she was groomed. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? He did a number on her because I looked at the text messages and I was like, oh, she was really in a like this was consensual. This was her, she was cool with it, but she doesn't realize that it's not okay. Yes. Yeah, but it was consensual. That was her nigga. Like, yes,
in her mind, that was really her.
That
nigga.
Was her. But you know what? That's why parents, we also gotta be on our kids, because I see that from a lot of people nowadays too. It's like these kids really find refuge like in these people. Like these people are safe spaces for them, and it's not healthy. It's not okay. And so I'm definitely keeping the people who were affected by her passing, because well, she's presumed dead. Of course.
Honey, they said when they went to go try to search for her, they said they was finding so many bodies that wasn't hers, but just finding people.
Oh wow.
That's what they were saying, honey. You know that because it was in Detroit, right? I think it's up there, Detroit. You know they don't play over there, honey.
I just know it's just a tough place. I just hate that these kids are going through what they're going through, and I feel like we're seeing more sexual predators, in this day and age than I've seen growing up.
I think that they're getting exposed more because I ain't gonna lie. It's been like just growing up when I think and I reflect. It's we didn't really know as a kid like what that they were predators or this and the third. But like I can remember grown men like just being like a weird like when I used to like just be walking with my homegirls just to play. It's when I look back I'm like we were 13, 14. You were 28, 29. Like that's a mess. Like it and also too. When I don't know. I feel like back in my day, like we people were like grown a little bit. Like you knew things. You knew about things. I felt like 12, 13. Middle school stuff like that. People were doing different things or whatever.
Yeah.
But and experimenting, I think with each other, like as far as like in school and things like that. But
those people your age.
But then too, in the people like not like me of course, but a older person does be attracted. If you 13 or whatever, maybe like 16, 17, a little 18-year-olds, they looking at you like, whoa,
I played in my age group. I wasn't out here on that 3 or 4 top.
And see but a lot of my homegirls, they were we was a little fast,
so
but
y'all was the fast kids.
But still within limits. We wasn't out here trying to mess with no 29-year-old at no 13.
Well, I would hope.
Wasn't happening.
But why is it? But here's my thing, right? Even if you was right, that sounds great to a child.
But right, and see that's what I'm saying. When I look back, I'm like, it's predatory behavior because there's no way, as a 30-year-old, honey, I'm not looking at. That's not even a thought.
God, like how are you even?
You don't even. That's not even an attract. That's not even a. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't even be looking at. Honey, a 25-year-old can't. I can't look at. Honey, I'm not even looking at them.
So how are you looking at a child? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's so odd. But and I think back and I do just even for me like men and stuff. Older people. It's like you was a little too much. That was predatory. But I think now it's just. Things are getting exposed more just overall. So I think it just seems like it's more behind these predators. They've been around for years, child.
I know.
And even way back in the day, with our grandparents and all that. They was having kids at 14.
Yeah, I'm about to say
and
our
that nigga was 30.
But that was back in the day. I think that now it's frowned upon. Like it was accepted back then.
Yeah,
marriages and all that. It was all okay.
And that's the thing too, being married and they were in making a home.
So now I have a question though. Then what makes if it was okay back in the day, why is it such a negativity now? When it was the same, it should have been the same idea. You know what I mean?
People was crazy. Also too, I think
is it history repeating itself?
It is, but I think that the thing that makes it a little why people back then viewed it different, like for instance, like I know this to be true, like just as far as like my family, like generations before, if somebody that was 14, my great aunt, grandma, whatever, they got pregnant and they baby dad or whatever was 20 something, whatever, they were getting married. They were starting a home. They were starting a family. Like that's what their life was. I think now it just seemed like, and not to say that they weren't just having sex with. Now it's like that's not the thing. Probably because the laws and stuff maybe too. But like they ain't wife. They doing whatever they doing, treating them like objects, grooming them for their own thing, and not really making like a home. I think that's the difference. It doesn't make it right, but I just think that's why it's viewed different.
Yeah, because I mean, he killed. Like I said, we're presuming she's dead, but he killed her based off of the fact that she was pregnant,
right?
And ideally that wasn't gonna
be
okay. It was like y'all gotta have that, you know, that baby. So
go ahead, get married.
I'm definitely keeping them in my prayers. I hope that she gets justice, because she definitely deserves it.
Yeah.
And just pray for anybody, any child that is currently going through this and don't have a way to speak out and have a safe space. I truly do praying for them as well. Did you see about the guy in Arizona who committed suicide after being on video in a drive-thru?
And his mom is trying to sue the girl who took the video.
But here's my thing. Why would she see now? Look, here's another thing where I was like, social media fake. Because why was she even videoing?
I know it's a story behind it.
Like I couldn't understand why she was. I mean, of course,
It's a reason.
Is it because they already knew who he was?
Some people are saying that he had been up there before doing whatever.
Doing that, okay.
Yeah. So that's what some people were saying. So I guess it was like a thing of like, you know, blasey, whatever the case may be. But that's not proof. You know, we don't know that to be true.
Yeah, because that was that was one of my biggest questions. I was like,
what did she do? What was the established? What was the?
I don't know, because whatever restaurant is, they come to your window like Chick-fil-A.
Also, it's a restaurant.
Yeah, it was a drive-thru. It was like food.
Oh, okay.
And they come to your car like Chick-fil-A.
Like a car side.
Yeah, they come to your car like Chick-fil-A. Like where you know how, like Chick-fil-A after COVID, you know, now the drive-thru is a door, and they just walk out and we walk in and so I think that's how it was.
Because at first when I seen it, I was like, what kind of freaky stuff is this going on? I thought this was like a drive-thru.
You thought it was 304
prostitution. I thought the 304s had got a drive-thru headquarters. That's what I thought, because he had everything, you know, all out stuff. And then I was like, well, why is she mad if this is what's going on? Then I looked in the reflection and she's fully clothed. I was like, okay, clearly. So I just said, this is too much for me for one day because TikTok was getting banned. So I just couldn't deal with that too. And then once it came out, that he had killed her stuff, I said, okay, yeah, something's going on here. Unalived himself. Something is going on.
Yeah, he committed suicide.
So now his mom is suing her.
Well, Mom, first and foremost, your son was wrong.
He has something going. He
definitely has some. I mean, he still was wrong. I'm not negating any issues or problems.
Yeah.
But when you look at right or wrong, he was wrong. Now, my biggest question was, why was she recording? I don't know why she was recording, because the story to me was just, once again, he was giving skit until they said he killed himself. I mean, until they said
like, why do you think everything is a skit? That's your problem. No. People got to kill themselves for you to think something not a skit?
Yeah. Like, you don't gotta, no, first of all, no, you don't gotta commit suicide to tell me it ain't no skit. But it was just weird because, like I said, when you go to Chick-fil-A, they ain't just walking up to you with the phone out recording you to come to your window. That's not something they're doing. So it's like, I didn't really dive into the story to really get into why she was doing it. But that was one of my biggest question was, why are you recording, Buki? There was, to me, I don't see why you would be recording. And then you, because at the end of the day, even if it was something that he was doing, then you purposely wanted to embarrass him. You, instead of just calling the cops, or instead of just, you know, saying, hey, ban people and do y'all, we've been a society where we gotta break people down. That's where it kind of, to me, it's like, okay, you didn't have to post it. You could have took the video, kept that video, called the cops, or told your manager we're harassing, or he harassed us, or you could have ban them from the place so that you no longer have to serve them. You don't, you know what I mean? Like, once again, we're creating we're creating a space for people to break people down, because that's basically what those people. That's basically what she did.
I'm interested to see, just like as the story develops, which I'm sure more details are going to come out now with the lawsuit. I'm interested to see, more of the backstory.
I still don't think she had the right to. I don't think she. At the end of the day, part of me do believe she knew something was off. Mm-hmm. And it became more of an embarrassment thing. Because I'm going to say it again. If you're here to take an order, why are you recording? So I understand why mom is doing it, because it's definitely fishy in the water.
Because my thinking was, okay, you put your order in, clearly, if it's a person that comes all the time, whose order it is, whatever the case may be. It's like, oh, this nigga keep coming up here with his stuff all out. I thought that's why she had her camera out. And I was thinking, okay, she was gonna, take that, show it to the police, whatever the case may be. I think it being posted was a mess, but that's what I conceptualize of her recording and like that whole thing.
Okay, and that could be true, right? That's my point. That could be true. But then to me, yes, posting. Mom, your son was wrong, but Bookie sue they asses because why did it get posted? The embarrassment could have been what drove him.
But she could probably try to argue.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, you posted it. Yes, it was bad, but people forget that people are human. People forget that people have feelings. People have thoughts. People have anxieties. People have issues that sometimes they have not been able to manage. So when you start to put things on social media for clout, for quick fame, for quick embarrassment, this person didn't do anything racist. They definitely did something sexual but certain things, I just feel like stays off of social media.
I think the only thing
that's why I thought it was a skit, because it was so like.
I think the only thing, because what I have seen as far as when we talk about things like this being posted on social media, what I've seen is like people out of desperation putting on there because they've already been to the cops. The cops say they can't do nothing, whatever the case may be. Now that I can see, justifying.
Yeah.
So I hope for her case, it was like, something like that. But I think the only issue is,
it's not giving that.
Yeah. So I just hope, because I feel like in the video, she should have this is what I would have done if I was desperate, the cops ain't doing enough, whatever, and I banned him already and all this type of stuff, and I know he coming up here. I would have been like, y'all, this nigga keep coming up here. I've done this, that, and the third, because that's what I see with videos like that, when it's like they're telling us what they've done. The police, this Delaware Police Department ain't doing this, that, and the third. Yeah. So this is my last resort because I don't know what else to do.
And they don't expose the person. Like she physically she literally came into his like space, in my opinion, and exposed them. So it's just like, I'm praying for that family as well, for the sudden loss, especially when you feel like somebody intensified it and you don't know where that man was. You don't know where he was at, because he could have been, that where people. This is why you got to be kind and nice to people, regardless of what they're doing to you. You know what I mean? I know it's such a hard thing to do.
That's what Jesus would do.
But I'm more in my Bible, but I'm starting to really find peace and solitude and being kind, even when
y'all don't have to cuss people out every time they do something.
It's starting to like take away a little stress, but even like thinking positive, like we have to. Me personally, the first thing, like, yes, mom, the son was wrong, but then it's like, mom, do that, because in my positive headspace, I agree that we don't know where that man was at in his life. Like, we really don't know how one situation can make and break someone. And it's like, why are we always trying to break them? Let's try to make people. Let's try to pour. We have to be able to pour into people more. And it's just like, I'm all tired. So it's just like in a space of just where I'm at in my mind. I'm like, yeah, like I'm more in that. I find peace in just
not cussing people out.
Not cussing people out, but I mean, really just being honest with people, but being kind to people. You know what I mean? Especially to those that may not be kind to them, right? Like you just said, we don't know how many times that he came up there and did what he did, but it's like she still could have been kind to him, regardless of how he made her feel.
And the kindness could have been like, if you come up here again, I have my camera out here. I'm gonna record you.
Yes, like, or typical, it could be a promise. It could be, like you said, look, this man right here, he's been coming out here exposing himself. But to actually expose it, like, you literally, because when I seen the video, I didn't know what they was talking about. And then people was like, oh, he ain't got no pants. So I was like, oh.
Yeah, I had to go through the comments.
Because I was sitting here like, what's happening?
Then
like,
I said, what's going on down there?
Yeah.
Let me zoom in and see what they're talking about.
Yeah, but like, it's like trifling.
Because I really didn't see. I was like, what are they? Because I didn't even.
Because I thought he had some tan pants.
And
on,
even when they
real,
say his
real.
pants was then, I'm like, he's light skinned.
Yes,
he has pants on. And I had to.
So he really don't got pants on? Because I never zoomed in. I still thought.
Oh yeah. Oh no. It was out.
Oh, see, I was like, I still thought it was his pants. But it's just a sad case because you never. This is where the true definition of be kind with people. You never know what somebody's going through, and that one situation, could have been the thing that took him over the edge, and it wasn't worth it. And what honestly?
Because now you got all this going on.
But now everybody's on her side right now until people start asking those questions. And the biggest question for me is, why was you recording? Because that's the only thing that keeps you safe right now.
My biggest question is the posting part.
And the posting part. But people don't care about the posting part. You know what I mean? We've come such in a space of comfortability that's okay. She posted it, that was okay because, she's being harassed. But my thing was, were you being harassed on a constant basis or were you trolling and just got an opportunity? And then you took that opportunity and ran.
But I feel like she would have had to.
She had
her camera was out.
It was ready. That's what I'm saying.
As soon as he was pulling up. He wasn't even there for a minute. Like he was pulling up.
That's what I'm saying.
She was locked and loaded. So it's got to be a lot with it.
It has to be. Yeah. You want to believe it. But you never know. And so God rest his soul as well. I pray for his family. If they get some out of suing, mama gonna be good. But definitely be kind to people, man. We have to be kind to people. Just because you never know what someone is going through. You never it's a tough space, and we definitely got to start praying for people a little bit more. And some fun news. I don't want to say fun.
Well, I hope it's fun the way you said it. That now that we just got off of death.
Yeah, we're gonna get off of death. Drake. I'm not staying on Drake long because y'all already know how I feel. I just feel like Drake can't take these L's, and I really want Kendrick to really now play Not Like Us 3 times in a row while at the Super Bowl. I really want that at this point because it's just like at this point, sir, hold the L and keep it pushing. I saw how like a CBS lawyer consultant was like he's crashing out. It was a white woman. She was like,
Drake is?
Yes, Drake is crashing because it's like you have beefs with people, and when people say you win, you don't see people trying to sue UMG and this and that person. They're not trying to do that. It's like you are actively trying to bring people down. And then I noticed how people were saying, well, people helped me notice how the streamers that he was trying to sue or the streamers that was part of the lawsuit are black streamers. None of them white, but we all know everybody was playing that song, giving an opinion on those songs. He only chose the black top streamers, who had millions of views.
He's suing Kai Cenat too?
No, I don't think he's part of the suing, but he's part of the mention in it as far as like one of the streamers that had a lot of views and probably profited from it, and so forth. Or they, basically saying that he was paid to do what he did. But it's just like at this point, for me, this is what y'all do. Culture. Y'all make these people famous. Y'all make them big. Y'all make them very feeling like they're entitled. And then when the culture starts to eat them alive because y'all start to realize they do shit like this. And I just feel like Drake needs to hold his L, leave it alone, and Kendrick play Not Like Us about 3 times. Hi, play Not Like Us the entire fucking time. I don't even want to hear no other songs. Because at this point, I just want you to be a troll. You know what I mean? I just want you to troll to me. since he trolling you. Like I feel like Drake is just trolling this man, you know. But of course, I know Kendrick is about to give us an amazing, because we're getting close to that.
Who's going to the Super Bowl?
It hasn't been decided, but we're getting close to those decisions.
Okay.
Yeah,
because I know my team play Sunday.
Yeah, the Eagles are still in it. Baltimore is still in it. Washington is still in it. The Chiefs is still in it. The Texans. So there's a few games, you know. I think it's like probably before we know. I think they got to play 2 more games before we know who goes to the Super Bowl. I believe 2 or 3. Because usually it's in February, like the first weekend or so in February. So yeah, about 2 more weekends, we'll find out who's going to the Super Bowl. No, 1 more weekend. I think this weekend and next, because there's a break weekend before the Super Bowl, I believe. Okay. Yeah, they get a week off. But either way, I'm just at a place where I think Drake just need to let it go. He just needs to let it go. Let it go. You don't have an opinion?
I don't know. I don't know. You know, I do love Drake. I like Drake. I have loved Drake though, you know, but I like him now.
Okay. Okay.
But I also have liked Kendrick too, you know, and still like him. So I don't know. It just, you know, a part of me wants to be done with. But see, I also too, like, you know, I'm messy, so I like, and I'm more of the white woman messy. Like I definitely get the whole. No, I definitely get the whole rough and stuff with my Afro puffs. I definitely get the whole rap beefs and all that. I'm always here for that too. But I don't know, I'm messy, so I like the suing. Like I feel like it, for the plot, I feel like it just thickens, and then I'm hoping that Kendrick comes out with another little thing, you know. So I mean, I am over it, obviously. I don't mind it going until the Super Bowl. I think after the Super Bowl, I can go ahead and shut down.
He shouldn't have came up. Like, he's really trying to. He's only doing all this because he doesn't want that to be played at the Super Bowl. He's not. If Kendrick did not have this Super Bowl, bro, he wouldn't have done none of this suing.
Yeah.
He's only doing it because he doesn't want that. You know, the Super Bowl is a big platform. People watch it all across the world. Yeah. Like, people watch this American football. So this American.
I mean, and so on the other hand, it's like, you think that you about to play your diss song on me at the Super Bowl?
Yes. Yes, my nigga, you. It's a banger. I seen somebody say Drake fails to realize that even if this shit was not a diss song, it was still a good song. Like, it was literally vibes. So it's like, bro, it really was that good. You over here trying to think that these people did all these things and not saying they probably did, because that's the music business. That's what they're supposed to do. But it's like, sir, it might have popped regardless because it was that good. Like, the song was
but
like
it's
that.
also, it was the intention behind it was, you know, that. So it's like,
it's a beef he was part of. It was a beef he just lost. That's the other thing. It's like, bro, it's a beef you lost, but you're playing devil's advocate. You really don't care.
I know, because I like the, but my thing is
like the mess.
Like, it's the Super Bowl factor too. Like, and here's my thing too. I'm very prideful. So if I was him, either I'm going to make another song that it better be better than that one, and I'm going to play it at the Grammys or something, because I think we're coming up on Grammy season 2, because I feel like that's in February. Either I'm performing that, I would probably choose that right instead of like suing, because suing just costs money to me. So I would do that, but you better believe we're gonna duke it out. You on the Super Bowl, so I've got to do something. I'm not taking no.
I already told you, Drake, take your L. It's cool. I feel like we'll respect you a little bit more if you just take the L and shut the hell up and keep it pushing, or go back in the booth, man. You know, I mean, you try to go back in the booth, and I feel like you try to play games on our good sis Savannah, and I ain't like that.
Who that?
Savannah James.
Oh, yeah, because the people were saying that he said that LeBron James was cheating on him. Now that I didn't. I just am coming up off on that. I didn't know that was a thing.
Academics was saying that, but that's what they was saying. Like, DJ Academics was saying that that's what was going on. Like, the whole LeBron thing, and I'm not getting back into that because like I said, LeBron and Savannah has been top of the line relationships.
Yeah, and I don't believe none of that.
And I don't believe it because it's the first time in his 20th, 40th career. So I don't believe any of that. So Drake, hold your L, keep your L, and leave us the hell alone. Wendy Williams.
Thank God. God,
I already told
so
y'all.
good. Woo.
I already told y'all. I don't understand. When I first started this podcast, Wendy Williams was one of my big topics because that's when that whole documentary joint came out on Netflix. I don't understand why Wendy's life is being controlled by a white woman. Now, granted, I ain't nothing against white people, but she is a white woman. I like to call a spade a spade. Why is this black woman's life being controlled by a white woman that has nothing to do with her family? She ain't in the family, don't know the family can't even vouch for her. This is a court mandated person, and I just don't understand why the court didn't mandate somebody that was trustworthy within the family.
Conservatorships, they're very
messy and
they're
trifling.
very weird. They're like I think they're one of the weirdest things with like law and just they're so weird. They're so crazy. Like they're just very out there. Like nothing really makes sense with it. And it's just very weird. They're very odd. They're very strange.
But what I said to like, I don't understand like, right? When we talk about Britney Spears courtship, right? Mm-hmm. It was her family. Mm-hmm. Why is Wendy Williams being controlled by a white woman?
I think
that's not family.
Yeah.
No, you know what? Let me take it to white. Why isn't Wendy Williams being controlled by a family member?
Because I think on the other side of that, I think that they have to somehow. I feel like you would have to. They're trying to find somebody that's, you know how like therapists are or people just are not tied emotionally to different things and an objective party.
No, everybody. If you ain't, I'm sorry, if you ain't got a spirit like me, you want all the money. That's just how I feel. That lady is in it for the money. She's in it for the ability to say, sure, I control Wendy Williams. She don't really care about because I watched the documentary. I was very invested.
I couldn't do it. I was too emotional.
Oh no, I was very invested because
I seen some.
It allowed me to see. One, I understood why they did it because at the end of the day, at first there was nobody they really trusted. The courts didn't trust nobody in the family to really take care of them. But I think that when you start to see also that the person y'all put in charge ain't trustworthy, we need to go back to the drawing board. You know what I mean? Let's relook at the family. Maybe where they were at, where it was a misunderstanding, whatever the case may be. And I just think it was a misunderstanding with the family. I just don't understand why she's being controlled by this lady. And then people are saying, of course, like, she seems like she's in her right mind. Now, first of all, y'all, if she is fighting with dementia, I think they said, these things do happen, y'all. Like, when you're in your right mind, and then you go back out of your mind, you're right. That is, y'all, just because she seems like she in the right mind, don't mean she ain't really sick and really don't
it doesn't
need
mean
that
that she's not 100% battling with it. I think the thing is, but also to me, her talking on there just was a testament that a conservatorship, unless she's gotten better, shouldn't have been in the way it's set up, shouldn't be the thing. Because she was, to me, it would make sense if her baseline now, she was like, I would say like 50% and beyond with her dementia situation. But the way she carried that interview just seemed like, okay, they need to go back to that, because I just feel like for a conservatorship, she should have been like, I wouldn't even think that she would be able to, like, even for that long time, hold an interview like that. I would think that, it would be a little bit, I just would think that it would put more energy into making sure that it was right. But then again, that's the law, honey. But they don't ever get nothing right.
I think when she first got on it too, it was the drugs, I don't want to say drugs, but alcohol. You know, whereas she might not be heavily on that. Like, she may be more in a sober mind, sober space. You know, I just think that people should be able to get out of those type of court documents, those court things. Yeah, but look how hard Brittany. Look how old Brittany is versus Wendy. Brittany was young, in a sense, young. You know what I mean? Wendy, in a sense, fighting for her life. You know what I mean? She's in that back end of life, not the beginning. You know what I mean? So it's just like, she's supposed to be fighting for the next 30 years, next 20 years. No, like, free her, man. Free Wendy into his backwards. Like, I've been saying that when that documentary came out, I said, even if she needs that, even if she needs that document, even if she needs that,
it needs to be somewhere else.
It needs to be somebody else, and it needs to be someone within the family. You know, someone that has displayed trustworthy behavior, someone that has, you know, showed the best interest for Wendy. Because I just feel like, I'm sorry, the person that's currently in charge is here for a check, here for the ability to say I do it, and they don't really care about that. They don't care about Wendy.
Who is she to her? Was it like a business person? It's a court.
No, it's literally a court mandated person. Yeah, like it's somebody who that's their job. Like, that's their job, to be over people's lives, because that's what the court mandates. Like, she's not someone, and I believe when I reported this before, if I'm not mistaken, if the same lady, she was friends with the judge. She cool with the judge, something like that. You know, so it's just like, once again, we're still having these people. I just wish it was her family members. I don't personally care if she needs it. I mean, I will hope that the court is making that decision for the best interest of her. But I still feel like it's somebody that don't know anything about her and her family. And then, you know, she's not. It don't seem like Wendy is being able to live the life she wants to live. It seems like she's being censored. She seems like she's being held back, and she's slowly but surely trying to find her way to her rights and who she is. And I think having her do these different interviews gives her that ability to say, I am in my right mind. I am in a good space. Have you not seen this interview, that interview? I don't, you know, I'm talking clearly. I'm focused, you know. That's why I also hate when something negative is out about Wendy. It's like, y'all want her to get out of this jail, because it is a jail. It's like it's like a probation you could never get away from.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
It's
so there's no ending to it, and every year, I mean, every year I think it has to be reevaluated, relooked at, or every few years it does have to be reevaluated and relooked at. But when it's time to get reevaluated and relooked at, I feel like that's when she be having her episodes, and then that's when it's like, and once again, if I'm a conspiracy theorist, maybe the white lady, that's what she doing to her. That when it's time to do it, she find a way to get her in like that space.
She be triggering her and stuff.
Yeah, and get her in those episodes so that she can keep her locked down.
Yeah.
Either way, I don't like it, and Wendy needs to be free, just like Luigi.
The same energy we have for
y'all
TikTok.
Had for TikTok.
We need y'all
need to have for Wendy. Okay, y'all had all that energy.
State senators about Wendy now.
Y'all had all that energy. Now have it for Wendy. Okay. Speaking of free Luigi. You know, we've also heard how United Healthcare was out here charging cancer patients 1,000% more for their medicine. And then we wonder why Luigi did what he did. Now, granted, it is not good. Violence is not good. Violence is not the answer. Please, people, do not do what Luigi did.
And don't kill nobody.
Yeah, please don't do what Luigi did. But free Luigi. I'm still on that train because Luigi just wasn't in his right mind. You know, I think that.
Nice looking man.
See, I wasn't even talking about that.
Ugly man.
Well, that's why he got caught. Because
did you see when they did when he was walking? They was doing a lot of edits of him on TikTok, and it would be like, in the way he was, Luigi.
That's what he should have kept his cute behind the mask. We want to know who Luigi was, and he would have been walking free because we wouldn't have known who killed the CEO at all. But it just really tells we worried about TikTok. We was worried about all these things. We need to worry about these insurance companies. From the insurance companies for California and the fires to the insurance company for our cars, our medical insurance. the insurance companies
That's a mess.
are the most triflingest people, and that's what we need to be rallying with. That's what I mean by there's bigger issues, bigger problems. And as much as y'all keep, as a parent, people like to say like, oh, we're y'all, government worried about TikTok and there's so many big problems. Well, nigga, you worried about saving TikTok and there's so many problems.
The thing is,
and it's just like, my point is, there's bigger problems, and one of the biggest problems is insurance companies and the United States government. But that's here and there.
There's always gonna be something going on.
Yeah, but insurance company, man, they're like the biggest frauds. Like, when are they gonna get their RICO case?
Honey, I'm so glad I don't work for one of them, honey. And God bless the people taking them calls, the call centers, because I used to work at a call, and I get I work in healthcare, and it's such a the whole thing is a mess.
Y'all trifling too. Like,
the whole thing is
medical health insurance. It's just sad that there are things about insurance. I just don't understand how. I understand how insurance work. But for something you have to have, I even see somebody say this. For something you have to have, you don't receive half of it. They always find a loophole to get out of it.
And yeah,
exactly.
I'll say this.
Y'all find a loophole. That's like the cable companies.
I don't know. Just to be clear, I don't work for no insurance companies, but I do. My job, I have to work with them on different things.
Yeah, so don't it's okay. His thoughts are not my thoughts.
Yeah.
Please know that.
Yeah, and I don't but it's still a mess. And I'm not in the insurance. I don't work for no insurance company. But it's just it's crazy how a part of my job is I have to send them a lot of things, right? I have to comb through these things, honey, send them all this stuff. If it ain't right, they send it back, tell me do it. Like, they put me through the ringer. Just for y'all to deny the people anyway, that's what pisses me off. Because if you're going to deny, why are you even? I'm just going to send you this and let it be that. You're going to deny them anyway. Why do I have to comb through?
Because they want to make sure they did have all the information they were supposed to have. So then they find a loophole. You pay for insurance, and I will say though, shout out to my mom's car insurance because I like them. They definitely be getting me right.
Who she got?
I don't know, but we ain't gonna put them on camera because I can't put y'all on game. I don't want to get it wrong.
Talk about it later.
You gonna cover the mic and they can still hear, but because my mom's car insurance definitely I like them, but she's full coverage. But it's like just even insurance, even like car insurance for some people, just trifling. Everything when you say the word insurance, you're saying trifling.
That's a lot.
You're saying horribleness.
With insurance, it's one of them things that I've learned, honey. You got to read through your stuff,
your
so
policies,
that
man. Yeah, read them.
You think, oh, okay, I got insurance. When you're young, it's like, okay, as long as I have full coverage, I'm good. But honey, no, you need to be picking. Honey, you need the rental stuff on there. You need to know how much the collision stuff. Honey,
especially car, yes,
honey,
because
everything.
People can't drive. People can't drive. Medical insurance too, like health and I really do think that we need to get, since they want to take out all this other stuff of our education system, add some financial literacy in there and some and things about insurances and the different types of insurance that we're required to have.
What makes sense for what we're required to have and what makes sense for you at your like what you need.
You gotta have home insurance, but yeah, you live in California and they didn't stop giving fire insurance.
They snatched that quick.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But why? Y'all are so quick. Oh, we're not gonna pre-existing diseases. You don't get insurance. How about you give me insurance because it should be saving my life? Y'all worried about paying out much when it's like, bro, all the money you receiving, you have enough to pay these people and pay for their medical bills and pay for stuff. I'm just over the word insurance, as y'all can see. I'm over it, and I think that like. I want America to be great.
Again, you asking me about stuff.
No, I want to see you the one who wants to be trifling. You want to be a troll. I want American to be great. I don't think it was ever great. I don't think America ever was great because for it to be great, it has to be equal across the board.
You want them to be great for the first time.
Yes,
put that on a head.
I want America to be great.
For the first time.
For the first time, man. You know, we're more positive. We're doing more. It just I'm about tired of the negativity. I'm about tired of the toxicity. One of the things in my January month that I said I was getting rid of was toxins and toxicity, and just freeing myself from that. I'm just like, I want the world to be like that.
All right, Fantasia.
Why they gotta be Fantasia?
Baby, you don't pay me no mind. If you don't want me, then don't talk to me.
That's how I feel. Like, I want us to get in a space where we're feeling that way.
Yeah.
But this was a great episode. This is gonna be a long one, so I'm gonna definitely break it up. But my biggest lesson, man, pay attention to who y'all put around y'all, who y'all got around y'all kids. Y'all, if you can't take care of your child, make sure you're giving them a safe home, safe place.
Yeah.
We also still got to do better as a community, as a place. Where are the villages at? You know, it takes a village to raise a child. We need to get back into getting these villages. Be mindful, you know, of who you marry, just because they might not look out for you when you're not here anymore.
Don't be like Risa Tisa and be so down in the dumps that you just go get anybody.
Yeah. It's okay if TikTok gets banned. Y'all will be all right. And if it doesn't get banned, I hope that y'all data stays safe. And DJT, we ready for the next 4 years with you. I pray that you do what you need to do, and that you for once do something for the American people and not for just you and your people. It's not about making America great again. It's about making America great for the first time.
First time.
With that being said, I love and I appreciate y'all. Peace.